afternoon. We are Life Circle Poets, and we had some technical difficulties. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up page on my phone, and I'm going to post the link in the Life Circle Poets event page so that people can come on in and join us. So that's let me see if I can get some comments up here or not. Okay, we'll see if people post comments. It should, if anybody says anything, we should get the comments. I see we have 4 people. Can you see that number up there? We got 4 people that are on. Somebody loved it. Yay, thank you for loving the live. Jamaica, go ahead and get started doing what you do. I'm gonna go ahead and post the link in the Life Circle Poets page.
Can you give us one moment, please? Scripture is giving us a call.
Okay, no problem. Sure.
All right.
So I'm trying to link up people to this. We had an event scheduled for today, and as want to do, technology did what it wanted to do instead of what we wanted it to do. So we are trying to redeem this last 50 minutes and give people what they came here for, so that they can get some poetry, because we were here to perform. We've been waiting. Technology hasn't been working right. Hey, Barbara, how are you? Hey, Nick, how you doing? Thank you for being up on here. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for coming up here. Let me find the event. Let's see. Poetry Sundays. All right, here we go. Give me one moment. I swear I can walk and chew gum at the same time, but this is very different.
It's all right. Take your time.
So we are Life Circle Poets. And what Life Circle Poets is a multi-generational international group of poets that have decided to join our art and our love for the art of poetry. Melanin, are you up here? Jamaica, froze. Where are you at? Hey, Melanin, is your technology working a little better right now? We're waiting for Scripture to join us as well. Oh, he fell off again. So this is what we've been having today, but we are a multi-generational international group who have decided to join forces and to present poetry to the world. We do advocacy, we do activism, we engage each other in the art form, and we have all met at some point in time and interacted at some point in time in poetry and in poetry arenas. And we are here to present some poetry to you today. We don't have as much time as we originally would have, but we have time. So one of the poets that's here is Jamaica Green. We're hoping that Scripture is going to join us. Jamaica, I don't have a bio for you, so go ahead and introduce yourself. I don't know, maybe I should have introduced myself before I started talking to people. I don't know. I'm just here. Go ahead, Jamaica. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people so people will know who you are and what you're here to do.
Greetings and blessed love, everyone. I am Jamaica Green. I am a lover of my culture, my people, and it is my mission to share this culture with the generation to leave a legacy for the children.
Thursdays I have my script with speakers, and I want to see if there's a way that I might be able.
Okay, Jamaica, you're freezing up. I hope that's not my internet connection. I hope you're back. Internet connection. You're freezing up a little bit.
It's not coming in very well.
Yeah.
But
I see
we'll
scripture.
go
Hey,
through on,
scripture.
since the time is so limited.
Yes, blessed love, sis.
Blessed love.
Yeah, man. Yes.
Greetings.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I think the internet is just acting up all the way around today.
Well, it's a
Melanin.
retrograde. We are in the middle of a retrograde too. So
Exactly.
you're also in the middle of a retrograde. So do understand that.
See,
Right,
all the
too.
planets, right? All the planets.
Yo, Melanin. Oh, God. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay. Everybody is here. Jamaica is freezing up a little bit, but let's see if we can get this going.
Hello.
And then is this streaming on Facebook or somewhere? People can get in.
Oh, okay, wait. I've got Jamaica coming on again.
Yes.
Okay, wait.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I
Heard
can
that.
hear you.
Yes,
Heard that,
Hello.
Melanin.
Okay,
So
Jamaica,
does this restream to
Greetings.
Facebook or somewhere?
it's on my
Yes,
Facebook,
it's restreamed to Facebook.
and I posted the link
Wow.
in Poetry Sundays.
Blessed, blessed.
Okay. Well, since I'm here and I know we have
I'm hearing.
difficulties because we know that this is Mercury retrograde, and we're gonna go through because once we start something,
Okay.
we have to confirm.
It says I'm in the show. Everyone
Greetings
can
and
see and
blessings,
hear
love
me, but
everyone. Greetings.
we're having some.
Yeah, we just have to start off with a rhythm. Always have to give thanks and praise to the Most High, to the source of life. So I hope you like this one. This one is called Healing of the King. Give me a moment to get the rhythm together, yeah?
Most definitely, sis.
I was born to do this. It's etched in DNA, and it's etched into my chromosome,
Okay.
and it's etched into my hereditary gene. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Healing of the King, Rastafari. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm healing of the King. Yeah. Yeah. Mama, I want to, Dada, I want to ride a road straight. Mama, I want to sing, Dada, I want to ride already. Don't tell me about American Airlines. Jamaica Green is doing just fine. I don't want to own my own bakery. Just wanna bust a rhyme musically. Don't tell me about no secretarial job. The lioness them just wanna my own pharmacy. Just wanna bust a rhyme musically. Ooh, oh, yeah. Ooh, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm healing up the King. Rastafari. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm healing up the King. I was born to do this. It's etched into my DNA, and it's etched into my chromosomes, and it's etched into my hereditary genes. You know what I mean? Scene. Jamaica Green is a blind bursting on the scene, and I'm healing up the king and the queen. King Selassie I and I Empress Menin. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm healing up the king. Yeah. Oh, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whoa yeah. Telling of the king. Hey. When I was 7 years old, I saw my natty grow when my lips opened up with the lyrically flow. When I called up on Jah to bless up my tongue, visions inside my face I began. I saw an audience, a sea of people grooving and moving. Sea of people moving and grooving. Uh-huh. Hey. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey. I'm healing. Blessed love, my heart and
Sister Jamaica, I love that little rhythm. I miss drums. I miss drums. You're freezing up. Your stream keeps freezing up on me, but I heard what you offered. Thank you so much for your offering. If you have some more you'd like to give us, then feel free to do so.
I barely hear you, but I'm getting just so connect with you. I am, working on getting an EP out. Just like collecting my work over the years and doing something with it. So thank you for the energy and for receiving.
So when is this EP going to come out? Give us something to look forward to.
I didn't hear you.
I said, when is the EP going to come out? Give us something to look forward to.
When
Did
is
you
the
hear
EP
Yes.
gonna come out?
Yes. The internet is not playing nicely today. Yeah, I said, when is the EP going to come out? Give us something to look forward to. I think she froze. Okay,
Can't
you're
hear
moving
me over
again.
here.
You're moving again. Okay. Scripture, it's nice to see your smile.
When is the EP going to come out? Give me something to look forward to.
Oh, we've lost Jamaica. Okay, well, Scripture, it's me and you.
Yeah, I see that.
So go ahead and offer us some of your wisdom and some of your poetry while we wait for Jamaica to come back.
Well, give thanks, it's a beautiful world. It's a beautiful world. What can I say? All I see is beauty, and I appreciate beauty in the universe. So that's something to smile about. Right. No, I see that. Yeah. I might have to use this.
Oh, but your pictures on
So
there.
go ahead and offer
Your
some
pictures
of
on
your
there.
wisdom and some of your poetry to Jamaica to come back. Well, it's a beautiful world.
So you're saying I should share something?
Yes.
Wow. Wow. Well, oh, that is kind of almost thrown me off in a sense, basically, because I'm hearing a double. I have a phone beside me. Somebody else is also beside me, basically, and it's kind of throwing me off. But I know we are here, basically. Sister Jamaica, we love that. Yeah, give thanks. Yeah, man. Blessed
Blessed.
love. Yeah. So
Yeah,
it look like it's just 3 of us now.
yes.
For the moment, yep, that's enough.
One ton between 2 roses. Yeah.
Fire in between.
Another rose on the
Yeah. But Kim was saying she wanted to hear something from me before you came back on. You know?
Yes.
Because the focus was actually on you. But before I even go just jump into any of that, and if Melanin is actually seeing and hearing anything, I just want to say to Melanin, I love him. And we see the struggles that he had trying to get on, you know? We see the struggles that he had trying to get on, and it was just pure and positive energy I'm sending it, because I was actually in the kitchen in some busy at the same time, waiting for him. His videos keep starting and starting and stopping, basically. But you know, it was all pure love and good energy, good vibration going out to him. And I hope as our technology work, and me not being a tech person, I am getting help to be on right now. You know, I was laughing in myself, not to laugh at him, but just making light of the whole situation, because we ain't gonna let nothing stress us. You know, we're not letting anything stress us, basically. So with that, I'll share. I'm doing this one called Jamaica Nostalgia, and I'm actually doing it for Sister Jamaica now, because I know that she's over there and trying to get forward here. So I'm gonna just livicate it to her. Usually I livicate it to people abroad who's longing to be in Jamaica, because it came out of a very personal situation with me at a time in my life wanting to be in Jamaica, you know? And so that's how this one, Jamaica Nostalgia, came about. So it goes. Ever so reminding is living in Jamaica. When life was free, man cares. So rambunctious was my wonder years. Even under punctilious eyes of the staunchest adults, I would revolt. Painting a picture some now frame, syndrome of the black heart man's cult. From the breaking of my parents' rules to the vestibules of elementary schools, annoying and torn with pupils of my peer, I saw no signs of my darkened days now appear. Down in Jamaica, that's a sight to see. If you'd only take a trip, then it will be. The Rosal Great proudly standing on her estate with the imposing feet of a dignified sphinx, defining nobility throughout the years to present day. And as you would doubt for some place remote, you could sneak to a retreat where looking out over the deep of lover's leap will arrest your speech and listen to your heartbeat. Not so though, not so, no, not so at Dunge River. Her null-like cascades like sculpted heroes in a parade, covered by crystal liquid, they make small rapids. Get you up and go, for you will know my oh so lovesome isle. To behold so long in our mine eyes, her blazing and emissive blue skies. After a sovereign sun would rise, here, there, John Crows do fly. And if I may speak of an adventurous week, its summit to be, the Blue Mountains peak, its coastline, James Bond Beach, Negril, its far end to reach, Alan Bamboo, a stroll for two, Castleton Garden, its Eden, Bagwalk, its nectarous fountain, its balneology at the Milk River Bath, the Green Grotto, its heart, its maze at the Fern Gully, its produce arena at Denby and Port Royal, a vestigial memory. Down there in Jamaica, my only ever love, you are hypnotized by the sounds of the cricket's buzz in the evening dusk. Dazzled by an intricate throng of fireflies as darkness crowns the beginning of the night, and serenaded at dawn's early light by songs that birds of the tropic song splash grasses if the dewdrops of jazz unfound riches. Look to the horizon, and here comes the sun. wealth with sublime luster as it glistens like glaze on the solid ground. When your work is done, it's time for fun. Come, go to the land of no comparison. Here, there, all is well, all abundant and well, there ain't no problem. Engulfed by premium hospitality, troubles and cares are merely a vapor disappear. Free from all, free from all. Racial tension and violence erupt in your streets. At last, at once, you are at peace in this land of sunshine and cool breeze. Sweet, sweet Jamaica, that's where I'm from. Land of wood and water plush in the Caribbean, with mountains and plains, rivers and dams, X million, X thousand population. Come if you will, come all to a thrill. Join us in this composite fabric of bourgeoisie, proletates, bubuyagas and bureaucrats. Feel free to spree and laugh with glee. Cast all fears away and treat yourself to a bounty. Because life in Jamaica is a spendthrift's dream. From the cool hills surrounding Mandeville to the crystal waters of Negril. Come, go indulge and let your need for pampering be filled. Jamaica nostalgia. I am scripture. SKRIPCHA, acronym meaning subtle, keen, righteous inspiration, practice, cheerful, harmony always. Yes, Sister Jamaica, that one goes out for the eye and Kimiko and Kiaba. Blessed love. And the rest of the world. Yeah.
Thank you for saying what scripture stands for. I was wondering about that. Thank you. That was beautiful.
You're welcome.
Sister Jamaica, you have more to offer us? Can't hear you. I saw your mouth moving. I can't hear what you're saying though. Your microphone is muted. Still can't hear you. Oh. Do you have headphones you can plug in? No, it's still not working. Okay. Well, I'm going to do a poem while we wait for Sister Jamaica's system to decide to act right. I'm going to do a poem. It's called Middle Ground. Let me see. Let's see if hers comes on. She's putting on headphones. Now we've lost scripture. No, I still can't hear you, sis. So as you all can see, we are dedicated to making this happen one way or another, right? We believe in poetry. We believe in the power of poetry. We believe in the healing nature of poetry. And unfortunately, we've had everything that could go wrong today. I'm going to give a poem. And hopefully in the interim, we will get this working correctly. Sister Jamaica, do you want to jump off and come back on and maybe the sound will work right? Oh, his phone died. Okay, no problem, sis. I will send it to you right now. Let me see. All right, in the meantime, I'm going to do a poem while we get this going on this end. Scripture's phone died. We need for him to be able to log back in. So these poems keep writing me. Scripting the tattered pages of this journal, rebound in leather with the promise of eternity. My pastor says that there is no insignificant data. So thank you for the tears and the fears, for the bumps and the bruises, for the failures and successes and all the questionable moments, for the tears of despair and the misunderstandings, to those who thought that teasing was more appropriate than a hello. I pray that we have both learned lessons that have made us better. For all those who called love a cold shoulder, I appreciate that you made me stand on my own and depend on God. There is no malice here. And God doesn't make mistakes, so we were all in the right place at the right time to fuel a productive today and add hope to a promising tomorrow. I didn't know then what I know now. And I don't know now what I will know tomorrow. But I do know the difference between help and helplessness, between hope and hopelessness. And I am success because your prompting wrote me more beautiful, stretched me beyond the limitations, planted seeds of doubt that were pruned by seeds of faith, watered with tears of sadness that gave way to unspeakable joy. Morning isn't in the dawn of a sunrise, but it is that darkest moment where God sits hidden, tucked away within the promises that make the mystery of darkness so beautiful. So I found an affirmation within the creases of my uncertainty, and today I am most certain that angels have walked with me every step of the way, and our introduction wasn't happenstance, but instead the most divine plan crafted. You blessed me. So be proud that who you are, who I am, who we are, has the ability to move heaven and earth until God has met us in the middle ground. So Sister Jamaica, I see that you're back. Can we hear you now?
I love it. I love your share. What a beautiful poem.
Thank you. So I need to see
Thank you.
Rosie again because she said that Scripture's phone died. So I'm going to get the link and send it to her. But in the meantime,
Okay.
go ahead and offer us something else while we got the link going and the connection is working. Go ahead and
Okay.
something else.
Of course. Ingy, excuse me. The drumming, please. We're gonna do a piece. This is my signature piece. It's called Flowers in the Meadow. I am a youth activist, and I write songs and poetry geared towards the children. There are times when we go places and you hear this is a children's party, and there's nothing appropriate. So this is Flowers in the Meadow. I hope you like it, for the children. Flowers in the meadow. Oh, 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 flowers in the meadow. Oh, 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 flowers in the meadow. Oh, oh, flowers in the meadow. Oh, oh. I see roses and tulips and daffodils. I see roses and tulips and daffodils. I see roses and tulips and daffodils, azaleas, chrysanthemums, and lily of the valley. Lily of the valley, lily of the valley. But somewhere out there, a child doesn't know love. Somewhere out there, a child is starving for a hug, starving for food, but not just the physical food, but also the spiritual food. Sometimes a child doesn't have the strength to act rude. They don't know that they are our sun rays, that they are our brighter days, that they should be children growing like flowers in the meadow. Like flowers in the meadow. Like flowers in the meadow. Come on, Kim. Oh, 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 flowers in the meadow. oh, 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 flowers in the meadow. Oh, 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 flowers in the meadow. Roses and tulips and daffodils. I see roses and tulips and daffodils. I see roses and tulips and daffodils, azaleas, chrysanthemums, and lily of the valley. Lily of the valley. Lily of the valley. But somewhere out there, a child is being enslaved as we speak. Could have been the child that made the Nike Air Jordan sneaks you're wearing up on your feet. Child slavery, child abduction, they're stolen from their homeland. Sometimes they're bought and sold by their own parents' hands. They're made to work in sweatshops. They work until their sweat drops. But they are our sun rays. They are our brighter days. And they should be children growing like flowers in the meadow. Like flowers in the meadow. Flowers in the meadow. Like flowers in the meadow. Oh, oh, flowers in the meadow. Oh, flowers in the meadow. We give them some sunshine, give them some good times, give them some good hugs, and watch them grow. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That was a beautiful offering for the babies. Oh,
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I love that. What kind of reactions do you get when you perform that for children?
Oh, they love it because usually when I get to the part where I see roses and tulips, I point to them and they just melt. You know, some of the children want to be seen, they want to be called. So, usually it's a really good reaction. And when we talk about it, usually they get that children don't get hugs and then they're children who are being enslaved. They usually come away with that, so even though it's such a beautiful poetry, the flowers, it's still addressing some of the issues out there that's affecting too many of our children.
Wow. Wow. So when did you, I'm just curious because there have always been things that happen to our children and things that we need to be aware of, even in the ways that we do damage when we don't mean to. What is it that prompted you to write that? Like what was happening in the news? What was going on in the world when you decided to write that piece?
Nothing. I mean, there's always something going on. But I'm just a child advocate. I've always loved children. And, a lot of my pongs, I call them pongs because they're more like poems and songs. So I call them pongs. A lot of my pongs are like downloads. So I'll get a hook and then I'll sing the hook and then the words will just flow. So honestly, I can't say it was directly inspired by anything other than just me being open to the universe.
Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Scripture. Thank you. Glad to see you back, my friend.
Yes, give thanks. I have a techie here helping me together. So, yeah, it was possible.
Give us another piece, if you don't mind. Give us some more of your energy.
Well, back in the days, me and Sister Jamaica used to do some youth work in the schools, many schools in Jamaica.
Okay.
Yeah, we had actually some great times doing work. So I know of her work and her passion with youths, basically. And I've seen the way youth reacted to her, and like she said, they melt. So even when they don't listen to their parents, she have a way of kind of getting into them and getting them calm. She kind of know how to redirect their energy when they're acting up or stuff like that. She has that special touch with the youth, basically, and I admire that very much.
Ah,
But
Thank you.
this piece I'm gonna be doing, it's like it's for more of the grown-up youths, basically, not so much for the middle school, but like high schools.
mm-hmm.
And this piece is entitled "School Bus," and it's only because of the level of the vocabulary that's in it why I say it's more litigated to high schoolers, because
Okay.
yeah. So it's entitled "School Bus." I ride the school bus this morning, busting through the gates to your compound and into your classrooms and auditorium. I come to complement your curriculum. Religious education commence your day, so I know you won't be offended when I say, Hail I, Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. For I see that Jesus is etched into your DNA, and that's who you call and whenever you pray. But for me, Christ could have been any enlightened being, you see. So me sick and tired of the him dead and go to hell if you no worship him. Rastafari is him to whom I'm akin, see the rich melanin engraved in my skin to the world. This is my Jamaican origin. Depictions are a farce and you stay in church glass. Youth, know how to win to a body on a cross. I'm not an iconoclast, now go to your class. I see devotion dismissing, students dispersing, badgering, haggling, lightering and corridors, currying favors, soliciting test scores. Everyone giving a little, trying to get more. At intervals, the intrusion of the informative intercom announces. Classes are now in session. Cease all horse playing. No indolence at the water fountain. Students and park, please report to Miss Ford in the staff dining, and for another signing, I enter home room to see Miss Brown room ascending her verbal throne room, her audio frequency, a rising tidal, matching her audio visual, holding me spellbound. And like an auditor on an account, her astute pupils attuned. Audience to her audition, they were equally astounded. Then by the time second period rolled around, dyslexia had left town. Attention deficit disorder and all, absent in roll call. The invisible wings of time span the pedantic day, and physical education introduced me to 10-1 and 10-1A at play. The two football stalwarts, boasting wannabes, Peles, Maradonas, Kilcole, Tigats and Tapas. They engage one another in a rumpus on the grass, and thus where I feast my eyes on the ruckus. Now, take this as a lesson and let it be well learned. Education is your only antidote against the epidemic of ignorance. So, in all your gettings, get immunized with the vaccine of academics. Using a cocktail of bio, social science, English, civics, chemistry, mathematics, agricultural science, and the art as a catalyst to your future. Habilitating yourself against all socio-economical debilities, and you will be privileged. School bus, scripture, SKRIPCHA, subtle, keen, righteous inspiration, practice, cheerful, harmony, always. Welcome.
Make some nice here. Yes, scripture. Love it. Love it.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
Good
man.
stuff. Yes. Thank you so much.
Well, I'll say you might want to ask what inspired that.
I was getting ready to.
Yeah, I'll have to say Sister Jamaica inspired. Sister Jamaica inspired that, yes. She actually wanted me to write with the vocabulary even more down, but
For the
I was
smaller.
having a hard time to do that. But she always trying to encourage me. Scripture, write some, you get into the youth's head. Try to get into the youth's head, basically, like the way she could, basically. She was actually trying to coach me, or coaching me along that line, how to relate to the youth, write something for the youth. So it was during the time when we were actually going into schools, and that one came about during the time when we were working together, basically. So Sister Jamaica inspired that one. Yeah, yeah, man.
Nice. Nice,
Blessed,
nice,
blessed.
nice. You know what? Since clearly you have a gift for being able not only to reach out to the youth, but to inspire other artists to be able to do the same, I would love sometime to participate in some kind of writing workshop so that, because most of my work, honestly, is for older people. I know how to interact with the youth, but generally when I write poetry, it's not with the little ones in mind
Yeah,
for.
yeah.
Yeah, so I would love to, if you would be willing, I'm gonna put you out there for the whole world to, you would be willing to do a
That,
writing workshop.
Sister Jamaica you're
I'm
talking about, right? You're
I'm
talking
up
about
I'm
Yes,
up
Sister
for the
yes, I'm
challenge.
talking about this. Of course, you can
Yeah.
assist her, Scripture, since you've been part of her writing facilitation. You can assist her in the facilitation of the workshop. But I would love to see you facilitate something of that sort. I would love to participate.
I'm
Well, it
gonna tell
would
you
be an
this
honor.
about her. I'm gonna tell you this about her. I saw a magic happen one day, and this was in Jamaica. We were
Uh-huh.
at, we were at a bingi, we were at an Ayabingi, a Rastafarian gathering. And I was always going, and like when the chanting is over in the night, I observe a lot of youth, children running around on the ground during the day with
Yeah.
hardly any guidance. They are just led to be running around and run
Mhm.
loose. And sometimes they can get a little rambunctious. Sometimes they can get a little foul-mouthed too,
Mhm.
because remember, they're coming from different environments and what they are influenced is only what will come out of them.
Mhm.
And I saw Sister Jamaica had like 20 youths around her and in a circle, and she was in the middle, and every one of them was like spellbound, like they were. I was like, yo, never realised to this because you know, a lot of other teachings and empresses usually around, but they never really capture and get into the youth's head.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, like it really touched me, it really touched me. It was like one of my attraction towards her at the time, basically. Like, wow, you know, she had the ability to just get the youth them to sit down and calm enough in a circle, and she was in the middle with them all around her, all attentive to her basically. And it was like the range from say 2 years old to 15, 16 at the time. Yeah, it was from
Wow.
yeah, that was
And
like
you
the range.
held
Yeah,
ages 2 to 16. You
right.
held
From
all of
16
them
to
captive. Child, you got a gift, okay? Because that's difficult. I mean, I'm so serious. That is not something that just any and everybody can do. That's pretty magical. Black girl magic all day long. That's pretty magical.
Yeah,
Amazing.
it is a gift. Thank you, Scripture, because honestly, I didn't remember some of that stuff. I just do what I do because it just needs to be done,
Yeah.
honestly. And in writing children's songs or poetry geared towards the children, I just remembered as a child Bob Marley being interviewed and
Mm,
him saying that he writes his songs so children, so the babies can understand, and that
mhm.
just stayed, in my head. So I would love to write prolific poems like Scripture. Scripture is one of the most amazing poets to me, and I say that with no apology, you know. Um, and I'm in awe, but everyone has their gift, and mine is this, what I offer, you
Mhm.
know.
And that is no small thing. That is no small thing. That's amazing and it's beautiful. And thank you for being willing to present your gift in this world, because a lot of times we don't spend enough time making children a part of everything that we do. We'll have an event and we'll have babysitters so the kids can be off the side somewhere. We don't actually include the children in what's happening, and we do need to mindfully do that more. So I
We
appreciate.
do.
Wow. Okay. I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
be thinking of ways. I'm gonna reach out to you. We're gonna do an online, if you don't mind one day, we're gonna do an online writing workshop type of thing where you're actually engaging people to do that kind of work, because we need much more of it.
I'm ready. I'm
Okay.
ready.
Okay.
I've been hiding in the shadows for far too long. I've been writing poetry since I was a little girl. That was my outlet.
Okay.
And, I started performing, and then I, went into having children and being a mother, and, it just kind of got sidetracked, and, now rebuilding confidence. And so this is a great platform, and I'm really grateful, for the opportunity to share. Thank you.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Melanin, are you still on here? We can't see you, but I see your box there. Are you still on here, Melanin? Okay, his must still be acting up, but it's okay though, because we're gonna figure this out.
He texted and said that
Okay.
he's listening. He's enjoying the conversation, but he can't join in.
He can
Oh,
speak.
yes, Melanin. So, yeah, Melanin, let me
He's
say
up
this.
here. He can speak.
You can chat.
Yeah,
There's like a little chat box there.
No, he can actually talk. We should be able to hear him.
hear him, right.
Mel, can we hear you?
Come through, Melanin. You're there. Uh, I heard something.
I did too.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted him to give us a poem too before we have to get ready and get off of here if he can. So Melanin, keep trying to, because we have you up here in the room. You're part of the broadcast and your microphone is not muted. So we should be able to hear you if you speak.
And I just want to say to Melanin, yes, brethren, we give thanks for your effort. And I'm going to say this, take it a little astrologically because we're just here talking, vibing, discussing. Melanin is an Aries. Melanin is in an Aries. And I'm an Aquarian. But me being an Aquarian, some of the most people that I've attracted in the zodiac in my life are Aries. I've been always interacting with them, but this is something I admire with them. Even when they don't know how to do something, they're doing it. And I'm not saying this as yet. Even if they don't know how to do, they're just full of action. They just want. So even when they don't know how to do, they're just gonna let go. They're gonna ready to go ahead and do it. Sister Jamaica now, as a Gemini person, I know her is like she's always ready too. I want to say this about Sister Jamaica. When we were working together, I was going through my own depression and my own challenges. Even though the seed of what I do was already in me and the tree was already planted, it's like my tree was being withered, was getting withered in a sense. And then Sister Jamaica watered it in many ways. She would just create opportunities and the scripture to the stage there, go on it. We would go places and she would just like pull me out of the blues and say, yeah, Mike here, tears, no, go now. Like she wasn't taking any shots, even if I'm not in the vibe or in the mood, just she would give a lot of confidence, because of her energy and her enthusiasm would have given me a whole bunch of confidence to just go. With her, we have graced many stage in small ways, and it helped to build my confidence when no one was seeing me or even know who scripture was basically. She was always like a cheerleader, a wing beneath my wings, if you would say basically. I can never, she's a great inspirator. And if she's inspired me, she inspired right across the generation, I think. Like I said, she was there with 2 years old to up to 15, 16, and even me myself as a grown adult can attest to that. She was inspiring me basically, and she's great. Melanin now, I'm saying what I said to you, Melanin, is with a lot of love. So don't feel no way. We love the energy, the fact that he just, let's go do it, and he just wanna do it, even though he said like he's not techie or anything like that. Trust me, we still appreciate it because it's the initiative that was taken by him to say, no, let's go ahead and do it. So it's just love and support. We're sending out good vibe, good energy.
That's all I see. Yeah, that's all I
Okay. He says he's logging off and then he's gonna come back. But in the meantime, can I give you a fun piece? This is one of my fun pieces, and I've been practicing it.
Yes, please.
Ah.
Wait 1 second before you start. 1 second. Mayaya. Mama Mayaya, I see you in.
Mama Yaya is here.
Can I pull you up in the room? I want to put you in the room. This is one of our elders. Hi, Mama Mayaya.
Greetings, Mama.
Hello. Sorry, I am greater to be late than never.
Yes.
Good to
Yes,
see
how was
you.
your son?
Coming on more, you know, in moment. Coming on
Yeah,
better.
man. Enough prayers we send up, yeah?
I know. Thank you so very
Enough
much.
prayers, enough love, Mama.
Oh,
Thank you.
And for
So
those
it's
who are
nice to see
watching,
you.
Mama Mayaya was not on the schedule to perform today, but we give reverence to our elders. So I pulled her in the room so that we could talk to her and acknowledge her presence here today. Thank you so much for being here.
thank you too. It's a pleasure. I'm so glad I catch it. You know, I do some things I think I would have it.
So I'm going to mute everybody's microphone so that we can hear Sister Jamaica. She's going to give us this piece. Mama Mayaya, I'm going to let you stay in the room with us.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Sister Jamaica.
Okay, everyone. This one is called Young Slickster. And again, it's a fun piece. I wrote this many, many years ago. So just hold a vibe with me, okay? If you want to rock, just rock. Young Slickster by Jamaica Green, the Black Poetry Queen. He was a young slickster, a poetry groupie fixture, a boy, not a mister, who didn't know how to tame his elixir. He walks over to the soul sister and crooned in a voice dipped in honey as he pulls out a wad full of money to pay for his Heineken. He says, girl, I like the poetry you be making. You're the real thing, ain't no faking. I must commend your mother for bringing forth one so fine looking, and your grandmother for your sheen to your beautiful black skin. Girl, even the dreads on top of your head's got my body locking, rocking, shocking. He was a young slickster, a poetry groupie fixture, a boy, not a mister, who didn't know the meaning of elixir. He continues on to the soul sister. Voice now strong and sure, moving in for the kill, I'm sure. He says, Emily's at 115th and 5th. Meet me at the front door, 15 minutes, no more. Then we can exchange words of poetry galore. That's if you're not with someone. No? Are you sure? Then out of his mouth more honey, sweet, and limes poured. But all the time, this soul sister, she was thinking. She's thinking. She's thinking and thinking and thinking. I want a love I can feel. That's the only kind of love I know is real. But he was a young slickster, a poetry groupie fixture, a boy, not a mister, who didn't know elixir, 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 elixir. He continues on to the soul sister. He says, girl, I want to hold you. Girl, I want to know you. Girl, I want to groove you. Please let me move with you. He says, girl, I want to kiss you, but give me a moment, I'll be right back with you. Then he walks over to the waitress and says, yo, tell that live black honey I'll be back in 5. But he didn't know that the soul sister knew his type. She wasn't with the hype. All the time she's thinking. She's thinking and thinking and thinking. I want a love that is mine. In the rain it's always sunshine. But he was a young slickster. A poetry, a boy, not a mister, who didn't know how to tame his elixir. He continues on to the soul sister. It says, give me your name and your number, and can I be your lover? Give me your name and your number. I wanna come over. Girl, give me your name and your number. But he was a young slickster. He says, she blacky, she blacky, she pretty, she groovy, she move me. She blacky, she pretty, she groovy, she groovy. But he was a young slickster. Poetry group is fixture. A boy, not a mister, who didn't know the meaning of elixir. That's
I think I know him.
You met him at the poetry house. Was it the New Rican?
Child, which one? I think I know him. That was good. That was very good.
Thank you.
Mama Yaya.
Thank you.
Mama, do you want to give us a poem?
Yes, why not?
Yes, please.
Really? Okay. All right. All
I love
right.
it. She's ready. You see that? She wasn't even on the program to perform today. She said, why not? And she pulled out a poem. This is what I'm talking about.
Love in the house. Greetings, everyone. Greetings. Love in the house.
Blessed love.
Greetings, Brenda.
Aye.
Aye.
Well, this poem is called Poor Thing. And, okay, I just go into it. What justice can they give? They have no justice to give. They cannot give any justice at all. They are the queen toys. They are swinging from her puppet string. Poor thing. They model inexpensive clothes, talk eloquent speech, echoes to their queen's demand, words they don't even understand. They move like blind on a leash, dangling from the queen's puppet string. Poor thing. They have no justice to give. They cannot give any justice at all. They are the queen's toys. They swing from her puppet string. Poor thing. It's earth people, born as an earthling, we cannot seem to have earth ways. Look within your flesh, self and elf. It's your personal gift of 3 in 1. A gift within your own control. A gift not based on rich or poor or the thought of their queen's demand. We know them all. We wonder if they know themselves, the shame they choose to walk within, squeezing the poor out of their skin, as if eloquent speeches and expensive clothes have hid the character of the who they are within. Poor thing, the shame they choose to walk within. Poor thing. That's it.
I love it. Thank you.
Yes, Mama. Thank you.
She said, poor thing. That's down south in the United States. They say, bless your heart. It means the same thing.
Okay.
That was good. Thank you.
I'll say this about my Yaya. This is what. Yeah, man. I'm not muted. You're hearing me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, man. So this is what I remember about my Yaya. When I first noticed her, I was watching a video type documentary. I don't remember if it was Land of Look Behind or something with, I don't know if it was. Yeah, okay, it was Land of, and she was in a riverbed. Which riverbed was that, Mama Yaya?
Yeah, man, me remember.
She was in a riverbed with an ex-empress smoking her peace pipe with a book of poetry, sharing. They were just there vibing in the riverbed, just
Okay, that's true.
The Teen Chalice and sharing and reasoning, holding a reasoning. And I remember when I saw her, I said, the Empress of is familiar. You know, by this, she was much more mature now.
Mhm.
Back then, she was much more, you know,
Stronger.
yeah. Yeah, it was like a tree in a young sprout. But then when I saw her, she was like the cherry tree blossom, you know, and thing. I was like, oh, I don't know where this Empress from. But then I was at a bingy one again and met her and she told me spellbound, telling me of a story with when I think was the time when they went back through the gate of no return, that they say was no return.
Mm.
She was telling me a story. She was me and another princess was there. Like she held like was like she was telling us this story like for maybe like almost 2 hours. She was like this was like live camera because we did, there was no electronic, but we had it, we recorded it, man. She was like 2 hours telling the story, telling us about the
Wow.
story when she and some other ones going into a cave and a whole incident. I can't really verbatimly reiterate the story, but yo, that incident, yeah, when you were telling us that time at the Redemption Ground Bingy, never forget.
Wow.
I was very moved and very enraptured by the way you were telling the story about the caves and everything coming down to
Okay. Yes, I'm good.
the transforming ancestors. Yeah, man, that was very
Yeah.
touching and very edifying, very enlightening to be
I
hearing
have it written, you know, I want to get that book edited because or may I wonder if there's other way we can put it out there without editing it in their way out there. Because the thing is, it's I mean, not even one call a story.
Mhm.
It's more than a story. It's a natural happening, you know. And yes, I would like to really share it with the world because it was like the first time I'm being used by ancestors. I didn't know what it was like before, and I get to realize, when ancestor want to use you, you know, have no say. They just come to a vessel and they just use you. And it was amazing to know the sister that came here 3 years ago knew me. She knew me,
Wow.
and she wanted me to be along with family to help her to get back into Ghana. And she did use me.
Wow. Wow.
Yes. So I would like to share that story, you know, with one-on-one and or that history or my I don't even know if you call it. I'm the one call it history neither, you know. But them English but it's a liberty.
Yeah.
It's real liberty, you know. And
That's
we just know so one of the time where we can be in a group together wherein I could share that liberty with one-on-one, you know.
Yeah.
But
That's part of our story though.
good at remembering faces. You're really, really good at remembering faces.
I'm all goosebumps hearing your talk right now because it was this week, Thursday. I was on my way from Andover to Portland, Robert, and I was telling him I couldn't reiterate, but I was giving him part of your same story. And when you was telling us about the caves and some of the experience you went there, you saw, you were going through while they were going. But one part that was very mystic to me was like when you say one of the time you went to, maybe it was the first time and everybody saw a spot that they were like, I'm gonna sleep here. But then when you went back, that spot wasn't there anymore. Like there was a space for you and everybody knew their space. But after going back, venturing back into the cave another time, it was there anymore. But at the time, it was like, yeah, it was like to show that, you're welcome. You were supposed to be there. You know, every one of you who went in the cave and were going through the old tradition at the time. So it's not just a story, but it's a documentation that needs to be documented and recorded.
Yeah.
So
I
Trust
would
me,
like to
because
do that.
I cannot tell it the way you were telling it, but the way you told it, believe me, it deserves to be documented.
Well,
Thank
Mama,
you. Thank
I am going to connect with you
you.
afterwards because we're actually working on a project where we're choosing some women who,
Yes.
are elder women to tell some stories, and we're actually looking to
Beautiful.
document it as soon as this COVID thing lifts.
Yes.
So I
Full
would
of
like to
it.
talk to you about, right, I would like
Yeah,
to talk to you
man.
about
I
being a part of
they
the
are
project.
ready for that.
Yeah, man.
Beautiful, beautiful. And just,
You know.
I mean, hearing this, I have goosebumps because honestly, that's our legacy. We didn't have
It is.
all of this stuff
It,
on paper and recordings and videos. That's how our story, how our history got passed down from generation to
yes, man.
generation. The same way it got passed from mama to scripture, that's the way our
Yes,
story has always been told.
yes,
So this
yes,
year,
yes.
this
I
is
like how you call it legacy too, because I prefer call it that more than even story or his
Mhm.
Trust me,
story.
it
You
needs to
know?
be
Mhm.
documented, Mama.
it
It has
does.
to be documented because, like, even right now,
Yes,
goosebumps is coming up
yes,
on me
I
as
have
I'm
it.
talking right now. Like, it needs to be documented, and even
Would
I
love
will have even more
to.
story because you were even telling me about the angelites being ground and all
Hmm.
them
Oh,
things over.
would
I
have remember.
remember,
Yes, all that is
and
amazing.
those are even more. But you have a lot in you to be passed on and to be
Yeah.
documented. So, yeah, man, Sister
Yeah,
Jamaica,
man.
you need
I did that work to
to
get
leave with our
documented.
somewhere. Yeah, man.
It's with legacy. You're so right.
Yeah.
Our legacy.
Mhm.
Because, yeah, I'm
Beautiful.
trying over 50 at the year now, you know.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's really the identification of my way of life. It's my daily communion. It's my, I mean, everything. It's not like a display thing, it's a activity that I live
Hmm.
for a very long time. Yeah, man.
Mhm. Mhm.
And even when you document it, it still needs to be told and retold and retold and retold and retold so that
Mm.
communities can grab it. And that's how our stories got added onto and embellished. And, somebody's going to add all the flair to it so that it's more
Yeah.
exciting, so that it needs to be told and retold so that we hang on to that. That's beautiful. I want to hear it.
And
I want to hear
Yeah,
we
it.
man.
again put it for a purposeful, within a purposeful, deliberate way,
Yes.
and there's things I would love to share with the item where I can share it on the line, online.
Yeah.
These are
Yeah.
serious things, sister. These
Hmm.
are serious.
Serious, man. Serious. Serious.
Yeah,
It's
these are
serious.
Hmm.
serious. It's the grounding of our togetherness,
Hmm.
and you really can go up online with it.
Right.
Mhm.
Oh, that
But
was a
Mhm.
good
these
moment.
are things that need, like university youth need to know, college youths need to know, the things that,
Yeah.
these gems that's
I
in you, Mama.
Yeah.
I even try to I even try to work it out a way they, do some lecturing in the university, but we have to live to know to live. We live in to know to live,
That's
right?
right.
Right? So, we
Love
about it.
that. Love that.
We read
Love that.
about it. We live in to know to live,
Hmm.
brother.
Mm, sure.
This has been good. It is almost 6:30 my time,
I'm to my phone.
Jamaica time. So I don't want to hold everybody.
Mm.
Got started very late. So I don't want to hold everybody up. I want to respect people's
Mhm.
time. Does everybody
Yeah.
want to give one more poem before we just go ahead and call it a night?
It's
That
fair
sounds
enough.
good, including yourself, please.
It's
Yeah,
I,
man.
only the it,
I'll wrap it up.
it's only the five of us. It's only the five of us here right now.
So there's only four of us here talking, but we
Yes.
do have people online watching. So we have an audience online watching.
Okay, good, good, good. Okay, nice. So
So
I would love to
So
hear what
yeah.
you someone else have to say. I would like to be a part of the audience too, to join it.
Yeah, scripture and Kim, redefine and free. I call you free. Please bless us again. You know, your pieces are so powerful. I would love to hear more.
Thank you. Yeah, I just kind of switched roles tonight and became the host. So, but I appreciate everything that's been shared tonight. The energy has been beautiful. And it's just a testament to how we always make a way out of no way, right? I don't care what the world
Exactly.
offers us, we always make a way out of no way. So, this is just another example of that. Shouts out to
Small
Melanie
seed, a
for
small
having,
seed boy taking root.
yes, yes.
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
scripture, do you want to start us off? And we're all going to offer another poem and then we'll call it a night.
Okay, yes, I will. You know, in this 21st century, most of us, or a lot of people still don't realize that the greatest wealth is optimum health. And with all the poison that's been inoculating and permeating our space and our goodies, our bodies, some would say, we say goodies, you know, some people still don't realize that it's really, as our brethren Rastakura would say, it's a food war we are fight. So actually they are fighting us in foods, poisoning us, poisoning the atmosphere. And I'm livicating
Mhm.
this one. This one is entitled I Walk Away from Cancer. And how this one was created, 2011, somewhere there about. I thought I was at a Marcus Garvey celebration in IFM. And while someone was on stage, a lady came from behind, touched me on the shoulder and said, excuse me, I work with the Jamaica Cancer Society, and somebody back there point you out and said that you are a performer, and we are looking for some artists to do a show to raise some funds, and would you be interested? And I was like, I was really taken aback. I was like, really? Because this was the time when Sister Jamaica was getting me brave and getting me rebuilding my confidence for stage, because I didn't grade
Mhm.
stage in Jamaica. I wasn't grading the stage in Jamaica that often, and my confidence along that line was not. But like I said, give thanks to Sister Jamaica again. She wasn't actually
Mhm.
wasn't there. She was away in the States, but you know, it was during this time while me and her was actually doing this work, basically. So it was fresh of her influence on me at the time. And I was taken aback, but I was brave enough to take the challenge. But she said I should visit her in Ochi at the Ocean Village, Plaza. And I went, and then we're asking me questions, and she asked me if I had anything on cancer. And I was like, no, but I had something on Marcus Garvey. And she was like, oh, well, maybe we'll get back to you. And I kind of felt away, but good things manifested out of it. After walking away from her office, maybe the next week, I think maybe the next week, this poem, I Walked Away from Cancer, manifested. Well, she never called me back, but it was a good poem. And whenever I perform this poem, somebody always come up to me when I get off the stage to say, yo, I'm a cancer survivor. Or, yo, that poem touched me in this way or that way, because almost every one of us know somebody who's struggling with cancer or somebody who have walked away from cancer. So I walk away from cancer. Slow death dealing and appealing carcinogens, coursing a toxic sewage through your system. Cells starved of organic nourishment, fermenting their own acrid waste, losing their strength when hemoglobin in the red corpuscle void oxygen. Cancerous tumors, that's now the case, building in one's healthy tissue, and that's an issue. So now you should eliminate your diet because you are dying, and chemotherapy is just some other poison that cannot help. Then why not adapt my levity for yourself? Come, follow me to the high green hills of life. Step away from the polluted miry of death. Left toxic city to wallow where it stifles health's will. For living is by a running stream under a tree where the air is crisp and clean, so clean, so clean. I march away from cancer, and like who sees the mountain clearly from the distant plain. I watch tumors melt, yielding to health in the center of my being. I. I ran the marathon of life without thinking twice to trample ills and infirmities in my tracks on my way back to Health's Trail, where I rule the glades in the forest of maladies and wellness. Cancer cannot prevail in the amphitheater of my immunity. Carcinoma, sarcoma, myeloma, lymphoma, leukemia, flee, 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 or I'll sentence you to my sanatorium of recovery. Using the black grape cure, like gladiators in an arena, it is my grapes of wrath. Zapping oncogene like laser in the hands of an oncologist in modern medical practice. So when you see me standing here, I would love to declare the poison that modern industries emits in our atmosphere. Surgeon General warning says, smoking causes cancer. I wonder why the FDA approved it for human consumption. Warning on packages of some artificial sweeteners says, saccharin causes cancer in lab animals. Would you induce that in your internal? I love to point my fingers at some biochemists or even our local agronomists. I wonder who approved crude chemicals our farmers spray into the soil and on our foods. Speaking of herbicides and pesticides, even genocide. I run, I march, I walk away from cancer. Scripture, SKRIPCHA, acronym meaning subtle, keen, righteous inspiration, practice cheerful, harmony always. Give thanks. That was I walk away from cancer.
Give
Yeah, man.
thanks. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Yeah, that one hits home because after Scripture wrote this poem, I actually lost my best friend, my brother, to cancer.
Yeah, but
And
Mhm.
yeah,
I
man.
still have the
Yeah,
shirt.
man. So I know that,
He made for me.
yes,
Yeah, I
you
still have a
know,
shirt he made for
he,
me.
he was he was our biggest supporter, he and his wife. And so it hits home. Everybody knows someone who has been affected, who is being affected. And I hope that your poem can inspire more people to take a natural route.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you.
Thank you again. Thank you again.
Thank you.
What's next?
Welcome.
Sister Jamaica, you next?
Sure. I'm going to share a piece. I love Jamaica. Jamaica is my first love. And being away from Jamaica and not being able to move right now has casted me in a little bit of a depression. It's been a bit,
Same here.
back and forth. Yeah, I know for most of us, we can't move. You don't know what's going on. And, so I have this piece called The River, and it's my nostalgia piece. When I'm thinking about Jamaica, that's, where I think of going to the river, to the sea, so I'm just going to share it with you and, my innermost.
Beautiful.
Thank you. How can a tub compare to the river? How can a tub compare to the sea? How can a tub compare to the river or sea? Warm river waters growing and flowing, warm river waters sometimes cool, warm river waters they beckoning to me, to me, to me, to me, to me. Come playing me, come splishing me, come splashing me, come washing me, come rinse your query soul in me. Again, 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 again. Hey. River, growing and flowing like the river, grooving and moving like the river, growing and flowing, growing on into infinity. Come splishing me, come splashing me, come washing me, come dashing me, come rinse your weary soul in me, in me, in me. like Sweet River Jordan, Sweet River Nile, Euphrates River, Black River, oh child, Sweet River Jordan, Sweet River Nile. I'm like the river, growing and flowing like the river, moving and grooving like the river, growing and flowing, flowing on into infinity. My capillaries and attributaries, they float on into the sea, into infinity, infinity. So nobody think you can contain me. Nobody think you can contain me. I'm like the river, grooving and moving like the river, moving and grooving like the river, growing and flowing, growing on into infinity, leaving all sediments behind me, behind me. So nobody think you can contain me. Nobody think you can contain me. I'm like the river. The river. Like Sweet River Jordan, Sweet River Nile, Euphrates River, Black River, oh child. Sweet River Jordan, Sweet River Nile, Euphrates River. I'm like the river, grooving and moving like the river, growing and flowing like the river, moving and grooving, grooving on into infinity. Like Sweet River Jordan, Sweet River Nile. So that's my piece to get close to Jamaica.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. That
Thank
was
you.
such a peaceful vibe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mayaya, you want to give us another one too?
Yes, I can.
Wonderful. I love it. Wonderful.
Yes, I can. Well, this one is called Pervert Runaway. You
Ah,
know, our children is facing a whole lot of things where children shouldn't be facing right now.
hmm,
And we have to make them know so we are see them, and we are going to stop them too.
yes.
Yes. It's called Pervert Runaway. Let our children live. They have a right to show what they want to be. They are our future day. Defend them in every way. Give them their space to live. They are our future day. They have a right to stay. Put the pervert away. Put them in a pen to stay. And if you are not one, you shouldn't feel no way. They can be put away to remember where they are coming from. It may not be easy in your days, but you got your chances to live it, to be here today. So get out of our children's way. Give them their space to play, to be what they wish to be. They are our future day. We will defend them in every way. Defend them day by day. With our love, we won't delay. Pervert, you better run away. Let our children live. They have a right to show what they want to be. They are our future day. Defend them in every way. Give them their space to live. They are our future day. They have a right to stay. That's it.
Yes, yes, yes,
Pervert
yes, yes.
runaway. Yes, mama.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I
Thank
love it.
you.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yes. Yes.
I need those words because I want to post them on the event wall because we need that. Yes, pervert, run away.
Mhm.
That's right.
Yes.
Run away.
They
Run
have
away.
they have a runway
Get her. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Fire. Yeah,
every
man.
time.
hmm So I'm going to do the last poem of the night, and we're going to go ahead and enjoy the rest of our night. I want to again thank everybody
Thank
that has
you.
joined us online. Thank you so much. I know that you all were waiting for us to get online. Technology did what it does, and it wouldn't let us do what we wanted to do, but we made a way. So thank you for joining us online. Thank you, everybody who has shared tonight. Mayaya, you weren't even scheduled to share, but you did it so willingly. Thank you
I'm
so
glad I could be here.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Right. So I'm going to do one last piece. I am currently in the United States, and I'm actually one of the states that has one of the highest numbers for coronavirus right now. I'm in North Carolina. So unfortunately, the numbers have gone up so much that this state is one of the states that New York and New Jersey has said that if you're traveling from this state to come up there, you have to go into isolation for 2 weeks before you can actually move around up there because of the exposure here. So thankfully, I am healthy and well. I have been staying in my house, staying away from people. When I do go out, I wear a mask because I believe in not only protecting myself, but I believe we are all connected, and what I do affects somebody else, whether I know it or not. So this poem that I'm getting ready to do is one that I needed a poem for healing and for good vibes, and been fighting depression and just everything that we thought was normal no longer existing, having to figure out how to live with this new normal. So I wrote this poem a few years ago, and actually one day I was talking to one of my friends and I was telling her how down I was, and this woman pulled my poem out and started reading me my poem. And I was just like, okay. So it was good to hear it, and I just want to share it here. It's called Anthem for You. I understand that some days you will nurse lonely. You will argue with mirror, swallowing distorted images, telling yourself, I am not this brand of ugly. You will select colors that say available and draw on a face that convinces you that anyone who does not see your beauty must be either blind or stupid. Well, I fear in those moments you may forget, in the middle of lonely, there is one. You are the one who has overcome insurmountable obstacles. Maybe not the same as mine, but it was your mountain to climb and you climbed it, scaled it to the peak and met with thin air but thickened resolve. You are a perfectly sculpted masterpiece of flaws and failures that makes you irreplaceable. You are not the catch line to a phrase, nor are you the chorus to the latest song. You are a bridge, the bridge between a broken yesterday and a whole tomorrow. You will never pass this way again, but you are glad about it, but they will miss you. Will try to covet your strong stance and sturdy stride as they try to pull you back. They won't even know why, but they will try nonetheless, and you will not let them. You will keep walking. Will not exert energy trying to run from that which cannot follow. It cannot follow. They cannot follow. You cannot go back. They cannot follow. You cannot go back. They cannot follow, and you will not go back. You are made of more than tearful moments and well-crafted insults. You are affected by words that sting, by words carefully placed, words carelessly placed to harm you. You will acknowledge all of it, but never crumble. You are sand. You are wind. You are waves. You cannot be silent. You are waves. You cannot be still. You are waves. At times, white-capped and wily, you are waves. You are ebb. You are flow. And all the while, you are God's rendition of peace be still. You will lift your hands to the sky, reminding the sun, this spirit created you. You will walk as if a million sunsets are bowing at your feet. You, unbreakable you. And you will be here long after your spirit has evacuated this shell that you have painted perfection. I understand some days you will nurse lonely, but you will be defined by the snow angels you left behind when you fell, stretched, steadied yourself, and got back up again. Peace and blessings, my people.
Wow.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Powerful.
Thank you.
Powerful stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Powerful for sure.
Thank
Nice.
you.
And again,
Thank you. I
thank
need
you.
the
And
words of that poem.
I will send it to you.
I do.
I will definitely send it to you. And
Please.
thank you again for everybody that joined us
Beautiful.
today. We are part of Life Circle Poets. The group is much larger than just the four of us. And every week we will have some poets coming on to present their original work. Come in, celebrate with us, post your comments, because I can see the comments when you post comments. I can see your comments, post your comments, post applause, give us your love, share your energy. And as we all live through this new normal that is COVID-19 and whatever this is going to look like on the other side, I think we're going to be all right. We just need each other. We just need each other.
We do.
So join us again next Sunday evening. It will be 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Jamaican time. I think that's Central Standard Time. Is that right? U.S. It is 4
Central
p.m.
time. Yes.
Jamaican time. It is 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Central. Right now.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
And you'll see the posted event. Come on in, join us. You can come in, stay for a little bit and leave if you need to. That's fine. Just come in, share your energy, share your love. And thank you again. Y'all, thank you for being here. I love you three.
Thank you.
too.
Everybody
Thank you.
have a good
On the
Love,
move.
strength.
Love,
peace and
love.
love. Peace and love. When we all finally make it back to Jamaica, you said what scripture?
Big shout out to Melanin for the initiative. Give thanks
Yes.
for your savviness for to be jumping on and at the minute, you know, when all the difficulties were going on. Give thanks for everyone who have tuned in and who used to be tuning in to come, you know, with us. Give thanks for the support. Maya, yeah, man, your story, Maya. We have to sit down at your feet and capture some of what you have to say to us.
I
And
really
that's
want
you.
to share it.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
man.
really
Love.
want to share it. No
Yes.
love in the house. No
Thank you
strength.
again. Everybody
I
be blessed. All right. Be
will.
safe.
I'm
Give thanks.